I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing, she loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing, she loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.
Morning, Your Majesty. It is another beautiful day in Zamunda.
Indeed, it is another beautiful day in Zamunda. What is up, everybody? Thank you for coming in and joining G Shaking the Panel. We have a great episode for you today. Today, we are going to be talking about we're going to go over some mock drafts. We're going to be opening up a panel. So, here we go. In today's news, nobody cares about. Greg, what's going on, Greg?
What you gonna do when Elliot Nunn runs wild on Larry L. K. shaking the panel? What you gonna do when Elliot Nunn runs wild on you, brother?
What is up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
That was a hell of an entrance, bro.
Oh, of course.
So, anyway, on news that nobody cares about, Jets still haven't traded for Aaron Rodgers.
Good.
I think, you know what? I think he's still drinking. He has some hard decisions to make here.
Yeah.
Join the Jets or destroy the Packers within. We have some funny memes here. Every once in a while, I would like to show some funny memes here. What's going on? Of course. And who would make a better NFL player? That'll be the question of the day. So when we get somebody on the panel, I'm going to ask them the question of the day: who would make a better NFL player?
I'm thinking all right.
So the linebacker, right?
Yeah, Mr. Bob. Is that Bobby Boucher? Is it
Bobby Boucher?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll probably pose it differently, but all right, here we go. Right now, Scott Jackson, thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate the love. We got hit the like button, please. Like and subscribe. All right, there we go. We're gonna be doing this every Saturday at noon. So, all right, here's the first mock draft. Actually, let's go with this one. Oh yeah, here it is. Crap, I forgot me. Hold on, let me hide this real quick. Fred Dunlap, the longest yard QB. What's going on, Fred Dunlap? So anyway, let's go with this one. I thought this was funny. I don't know who the hell did this one because I'm going to be giving credit to whoever did the mock drafts. And apparently, this guy in the wanted a kicker first round, Noah Ruggles. Then in the third round, he's picking a QB, Tanner McKee. In the fourth round, he's picking a quarterback, Tyson Bagnet. And then in the in the last round, fourth round, he's picking another quarterback, Malik Cunningham. So he wants a kicker and 3 punters and 3 QBs.
Damn.
Talk about creativity here. All right. The first one, I can't read it. Is I found this on Twitter. Ian Carter. And this is his first mock draft. In the first round, he's picking a tight end, Luke Musgrave. What's that? Musgrave?
Musgrove. Musgrave, yeah. He's my
number 84. We should have picked his brother last year, but whatever. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Noah Sewell. Hey, man, we'll have 2 Noahs on the defense, baby. 2 Noah's Arks. That's right. 2 Noah's Arks, baby. But no. John Gaines and outside linebacker, and then Keaton Mitchell, running back. What do you think of this one?
I like the first 2. I don't know anything about the other 2, so I don't know if that helps.
I mean, the outside linebacker, I think we have a lot of outside linebackers, especially with Van Ginkel now coming back into the fold. We have, I don't know if they're going to still use Jalen Phillips in that role as outside linebacker. But, I mean, it's interesting, you know?
Yeah.
All right. And then the next one is Cedric Allo on Twitter. He went offensive center, Luke. God damn, man, these fucking people in their last name. I mean, now you know, Willipper, whatever. The second one he picked up running back with. I guess he must have did a like. I don't know if
it looks like he traded back because it.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. So Ty J. Spears as running back, linebacker Dijon Williams, tight end Benton Staggs, and then cornerback Malik Becton. I like the center and the running back for sure.
Yeah, I like the trade back too. Mekhi Blackman, is that how you say it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty good in college from what I heard. Maybe he could be some type of gem for us at that 238. I don't hate the pick.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't know much about him. I haven't looked at any tape about him, but I heard from what I hear, he's pretty solid in college.
For sure. And then we have this one. We have 3 different 2 and 3 rocks. The first one, they got the tight end, Sean Paluca, and the edge, Dedrick Hall. And the edge, and then here they get a tackle and a tight end. The second one gets a tackle and a linebacker, center and a safety, running back, and a tight end. Which one are you? I'm more, to be honest with you, if I had to pick one, I would say this one right here, tackle and linebacker. I think those are the issues that we really need.
Yeah.
You know, especially middle linebacker. I don't think we need. The thing about tight ends that I'm leery of is the fact that everybody says this, that tight ends it's like kind of the hardest position to grasp right away. There's not too many tight ends that come in the league and light it up like a running back or a quarterback. Quarterback or any other position.
Yeah.
Tight end, you have so many things to think about: blocking, catching. So either way, I think that's pretty much. What do you think of the? So what were you saying? We're talking about today. We're talking about your Ellington on.
Yeah.
Oh, so what about him?
Well, I'm just gonna say this. Dolphin fans. I don't whether you like to, whether you hate to. I think we should all be entitled to our own opinions.
Yeah.
And same thing with the players. If Deshaun Elliott wants to go out on Twitter and say, maybe he was joking around. Let's say he was joking around Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, you come to Miami. We were boys in Baltimore. How about you come to Miami too?
Yeah.
Just joking around. But to attack him on Twitter and whatnot, go after him and come out and say he should be cut Like, come on. It's just ridiculous. And I feel like some of those people that are saying he should be cut and he sucks and whatnot. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, they were hyping this man up, saying he's going to be an integral part of this team. And I'm done with. And I'm on. Whenever if you guys follow me on Twitter, I just troll people. That's why. I've just been. And now when these people that are Tua nears who support Tua and defend Tua and all this, I'm going to be doing all year. I'm going to be defending the players that they hate. Deshaun Elliott, I'm going to be. That's why we have Ellen on. Lee Eichenberg, when they start complaining about him, we're starting League and Eichenberg fan club. When they played about Noah, we're starting Iggy Fest, Austin Jackson.
No, hey, Noah already has his fan club. It's Noah's Ark.
I mean, I'm trying to, well, maybe we'll go with that. Maybe, but I'm trying to, go unique on Twitter. Come up with
I hear you.
But
by the way, Clemente, what's good? Mr. 305, what's good? How you doing? No, but let's play devil's advocate real quick. How do you think the Bills what Bills Mafia would have handled if he would have said that he would have said, hey, come to Buffalo knowing that we have Josh Allen?
I can tell you for one thing, I don't think Bills fans would be mad at that. I mean, some Bills fans last year were saying Josh Allen sucks, get him out of here and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there are some Bills fans that love Josh Allen, like the Dolphins fans love Tua, but some Bills fans out there were calling for Josh Allen's neck last year, after that Jets loss, especially.
Or how about the Charger fans if they was to say, because Justin Herbert, they love Justin Herbert now.
Yeah, they do love Herbert. I mean, I don't know many Chargers fans. I think the Chargers fans are doing. I think they love Herbert. I think they really do love Herbert. I mean, can't remember.
Well, to be fair, I don't think Charger fans know many Charger fans.
I mean, I don't follow the Chargers a lot. So.
Hear me, Greg? To be fair, Charger fans don't know too many Charger fans, so I don't think.
Right.
What's crazy is I used to think our stadium was pretty bad when I'd see a home game and there's a lot of visitors. Oh, they're worse than we are.
Oh yeah,
they are a lot worse than we are, man. We're gonna be dropping the panel soon, so if anybody wants to join us. And another thing we wanted to talk about was the Thursday night games, correct?
Yeah. Listen,
go ahead.
Them doing this flexing thing, I get it. Amazon, they're paying a lot of money for it. They get good product. You spend that kind of money for licensing of NFL game, you should be getting what is worth that money. But at the same time, if the NFL is going to be out here preaching, like JJ Watt, I saw a tweet on him. I got to pull it up. I'll pull it up in a second.
Yeah. According to Scott Jackson, by the way, what's up, Scott Jackson? Glad you're here. Half our fan base wouldn't hate Herbert for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but but then the flexing thing, I don't know how it's going to work. I'm assuming they probably do it like a couple weeks out to say, oh, this team's going to move to Thursday. But I just don't like it because you play a game on Sunday and then you got to, you already, let's say this, you play one Thursday night game early in the year. Now you got to play another one. I mean, I just don't like it because you play a game Sunday. Now you get like 3 days rest, especially if the road team. Then you got to go out, play a Thursday game. I mean, we saw what happened with Tua this past year. I mean, granted, but better. I mean, I don't know. But just basing off what you saw from Tua, you really want to have that happen again on another Thursday, especially, But I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I said it. I think we should have, rested half the players on Thursday.
Well, here's the thing how I feel about Thursday nights. I think Thursday night games what you should do is wait till like maybe week 3, week 4, when teams start getting their bye week. And when teams get off their bye week, then you give them that Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Thursday, it's like basketball. You look at basketball, baseball. I don't know about hockey because I don't follow hockey that much.
Yeah.
But those sports, they could play back-to-back nights. You can't do that with football.
Yeah, no.
No, you can't. Somebody in the chat, if you guys watch hockey, does hockey play back-to-back? I wouldn't think they would, but
I'm gonna look up
that's another physical sport right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, football you can't play back to back, man. Especially moving
Yeah.
all that equipment.
Yeah, in hockey they play back to back because the Bruins, my team I follow, they play today and then they play tomorrow.
Okay, there you go. But no, another thing that people don't realize is you have how many dress? Like 40. How many dress in football? I know it's 53 on the roster, but there's a certain amount that dress.
I think like 46, 48, something like that.
Yeah, so you got 48 helmets, you got 48 shoulder pads, you got 48 that you gotta lug around. It's not like basketball where you could just put the shit, fold your shorts and whatever, and you know what I mean. Just put all their uniforms in one basket. You know.
Yeah.
Football, just transferring the equipment from the stadium to the next is a fucking ordeal.
Yeah, and especially if I'm talking about Thursday nights. If you're the road team on Thursday, you're already playing at a disadvantage. You already have to travel. You don't have as much time to prepare because on like Wednesday or Wednesday, Tuesday, they have to travel to where they're going. Especially, I don't know if they're gonna do like if a team like let's say the Dolphins, and let's say we have to play the Chargers, they flex that to like a Thursday. Like the Dolphins go from Miami to LA. That's what probably like a 10-hour flight, something like that. More like.
By the way, Scott Jackson makes a great point. Players don't like playing on 3 days rest, but they love those 10-day game off. Yeah, and they get the weekend.
Yeah, that's true. You know, watch other.
Plus coaches get could scout their next opponent.
Yeah.
So let's say, for instance, I play the Jets. I play a Thursday night game, right? And then the Jets have to play the Jets the following football week. The Jets are playing, but the Jets are playing. So now I get to watch them live time scout the Jets live in real time. You know what I mean? From a scouting point perspective, I think that's a pretty good advantage, even with the players. You know, they get to see tendencies and things like that.
True. The one thing I think it would do is it would suck for fans, I would say, because if you buy a game that, you know, when the schedule comes out, let's say a game you buy tickets in advance for like a Sunday 1:00 game, but then all of a sudden, you know, it gets flexed to Thursday, you can't go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only thing that would suck for fans per se.
Well, the one good thing about like for instance, the last 3 games of the last 3 games of the year, if you look at the schedule, it says there's a TBD next to it. So they kind of let you know beforehand when they drop the schedule. There's especially with college.
Yeah.
College, all those games are pretty much if you look at the schedule, if you look at the times, there's no for Florida, let's say, of course we're Gator fans.
Yeah.
So whenever I look at the Gator schedule, most of the games are TBD.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was looking at the college schedule to see what games are going to be coming on. It's to be determined. I'm pretty sure, like, usually, like.
Yeah, this is true, bro. You know, back when I was working retail, well, businesses sometimes like coming on your day off. That's some bullshit. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Greg.
Yeah, I think for college, usually like July or August comes out because they got to see what are like going to be the big games to put at prime time. Then they got to see what the decent games are to put at 3:30. See what kind of the boring games put them at 12:30, kind of. Because that's the way I look at it at college. The 12:30 games are usually like the mid games, and then the 3:30 are like the the middle big games, kind of, and then the prime time are like the biggest games.
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it for college. But I watch all the games no matter what.
Yeah. Sorry, but to me, football is like my orgasms. I only care about my team.
Yeah.
But no, sorry for what? Shay? What's up, Fred? What happened? Sorry for what? Everything okay, Fred? What you sorry for? Holy crap! Lamar Jackson traded to Atlanta? The fuck? Did you hear that? Look, did you ESPN?
Is this just tweeted out?
No, April Fools.
April Fools. I was gonna do something this morning to my mom, and I completely forgot what day it was.
No, you good, bro. You ain't sidetracked me, man. You did not sidetrack me at all, Scott Jackson. Oh, goddamn. Fred Danley, what's going on, brother? But no, man. Who I know we played the NFC East this year.
Yep.
Who do you like on that schedule? Who do you think who out of those four opponents, who do you look forward to playing the most?
Be honest, I think it's the Cowboys.
The Cowboys? Oh yeah, that's the game I'm going to. My best friend is a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, the reason why I'm looking forward to that game is I think the Cowboys they have a great defense. I think they're gonna have a top 10 defense. I mean they were good last year. I mean they carried them so far. You know, Dak's an all right quarterback, CD. You know, and facing our team, you know, you got Tua. You know, we know Tua against top defenses. I mean, some tuners may say otherwise, but I mean, starting with the 49ers last year struggling, so. If he can show me something against the Cowboys, I would have faith in him. And then plus our defense against that Dallas offense. But the Dallas offense is kind of weak in my opinion. I mean, Dak. I mean, to me, Dak seems like a regular season quarterback. I mean, I don't hate Dak. I mean, I just go off what I see. I don't think Dak's bad at all. But
is that your nose growing, Batman's pops? Hey, but by the way, while I got some people here in the chat, I have a question for y'all. If you had to pick one person to join the Dolphins right now, who would it be?
They gotta go. Didn't Bobby Boucher play running back?
No, he played linebacker.
Oh, he played linebacker. Well, hey, we need another linebacker. Why not?
We either play Bobby Boucher or the quarterback from the longest yard. If you had to pick one today, let me know which in the comment section. Who you picking? Oh man, that's the dude. Batman's pop. What's going on? Fred Damlap, yeah, you're picking Bobby Boucher. Scott Jackson, he's picking the quarterback, but I thought you were a Tua fan, Scott Jackson. So the link has been dropped if you want to come up, join the conversation. But yeah. I have this question. Ask people who is responsible for the drafts? Is it the coach or is it the GM?
I honestly think it's the scouting department. I mean, I think the scouting department, the GM, they got a lot on their mind during the regular season. You got the coach put a lot in their mind their regular season. These scouts are going to all these different places, watching these games. But picking the players per se, I think it comes down to the GM because I just think it comes down to the GM. And then the coach is coaching. That's that. But I feel like the scouting department is a big part in that. They scout, they tell them all these things, and then the GM just picks.
Irving Johnson says the GM. So, with that being said, Tua wasn't a Brian Flores pick, but why is he accredited with the Noah Igbenogany pick?
I don't freaking know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't understand it. I honestly think I kind of could feel like it's Flores because maybe Flores saw something on the tape that he could coach maybe. That's the only reason why I think people could say that about that being Flores' pick. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in the draft. You know what was funny? I almost went back. This was back when I was a junior in high school, and that was the Zoom draft. I was debating on hacking into the Dolphins Zoom War Room draft. I was debating on it, and just to be like, take Justin Herbert, just keep screaming Justin Herbert as a hacker kind of thing. Well, I didn't do it because I couldn't figure it out. I should have probably paid someone to hack into there. We would have got Herbert.
Actually, if I had my way, I would have got
like COVID kind of effed us in a sense because we didn't, because that was when we had 3 first-round picks. We didn't have a combine. We have pro? I could be wrong. We didn't have pro days.
No, I don't know. There no combine, no pro days, no nothing.
Yeah, no nothing. So, and we were basically just going off college film. Not all 32 teams were going off base college film. So that's probably why we got Tua. Based on the film, he looks like an elite quarterback. But, knowing what we know now, injury concerns, inconsistency. You got Austin Jackson. Probably they saw something on tape that they like. We haven't seen any of that yet. I mean, no. I didn't see nothing special in college. I mean, I don't remember college.
So here's the thing. Scott Jackson points out that McDaniel even said he'll get a call from Greer saying you'll just like who he signed. That tells you right there that he doesn't even consult with his if he said that statement. I haven't heard it, but I'm gonna take like the what's the saying? I could tell if cow has a good ribs by sticking my head up his ass, but I'll take the butcher's word for it. I'll take your word for it, Scott Jackson. According to him, the Greer's told McDaniel that you're gonna like who we signed. So that means he signed him without even consulting with him.
So hypothetically, if that's the case, if let's say this hypothetically, I don't know if this is gonna happen. I don't know if it will happen. I'm just saying hypothetically. Let's say this Chris Greer is on the phone with Baltimore. He has a deal in place to get Lamar Jackson. Before he puts the deal in place to go through, he tells Mike McDaniel, "Hey Mike, we're gonna trade Lamar. We're gonna trade for Lamar. We trade Tua to somewhere else." I mean, what's McDaniel gonna say? Is he gonna agree with it like he did Tyreek and Jalen Ramsey and all this, or is he just gonna be like, "No, he's gonna push back"? I mean, that's the case. He'll probably just say, "Yeah, let's do it, Lamar," like he did with, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Would that be like the thing that creates conflict between McDaniel and Chris Greer maybe? Because McDaniel kind of seems like he wants to with Chris Greer. I mean, I don't know what he wants. 1 minute he wants Watson or Ross, whoever. I don't flipping know. Maybe Chris Greer just loves Tua, and I just gotta accept it. But
and he also loves Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. We gotta accept that as well.
Chris Greer is just keeping his boys.
Well, I don't think it's just keeping his boys. I think, to be honest with you, I think we all know this radio personality. I'm not going to say his name, but a certain radio personality said that Mike Gesicki, he Chris Greer was like Gesicki, but he wasn't a scheme fit. So I think there has to be somebody in that offensive line room saying, "Hey, there's nothing wrong with these guys." Because remember, Frank Smith was an offensive line coach for the Chargers. So at the end of the day, we're not seeing how the sausage is being made. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what goes behind the scenes. Only they know. So at the end of the day, they know the product that's being placed out there because they see the work they put in. They see how they train or how they study film and things of that nature. So that's why I kind of leave it up to their discretion. What's up, Crypto, man? What's going on? That's my brother right there, bro.
No, honestly, I think I honestly think Austin Jackson could be something for us. I don't know about Liam Eichenberg. I believe in Austin Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last year he was hurt the entire year, I believe. Hopefully he comes back healthy. And I hope I want Austin Jackson to work out. I believe he'll work out. I mean, I think he did solid at guard. Just put him back at guard. Liam Eichenberg, let me tell you, I can't stand that guy. I mean, I just can't. As much as I hope he works out, I mean, I just can't stand him anymore.
And by the way, I want to clear one thing up, man. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna dig this up next. This is what's gonna next week, I'm already prefacing next week's episode. I am going to dig this up because at the end of the day, in 2016, when Chris Greer first came general manager, they hired Adam Gase, and that was a Ross hire. That's why he said, "Fuck, I'm not," because he hired Philman, and then he hired Gase, and he went. I'm talking about total. I think he should, in my opinion, I think he should have kept Dan Campbell, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point I'm getting out here, because I got huge ADD and I fucking get sidetracked so fast, it's not even funny. The fact is, I'm going to prove that. Look, when in 16, when Chris Greer first became the GM, he was working with Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum was in charge. He was the cap guy. He was in charge of free agents, and Chris Greer was in charge of the draft. Those are the two titles. In the offseason, I'll get the free agents, you get the drafts picks. There's no fucking Mike Tannenbaum it's Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum couldn't evaluate. I don't think if you he's not a scout evaluator. Why the hell would you let Tannenbaum? Tannenbaum was a cap guy. He was a numbers guy. He was a contract guy. And being that we fucking paid for Sue 5 years after he was gone, that wasn't a very good one. But Chris Greer was in charge of those draft picks. Chris Greer got Laramie Tunsil, which is a good one, Xavier Howard, but then they credit him with that. But when it comes to Charles Harris, no, that was Mike Tannenbaum.
Cause that's TJ Watt, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and look, I'm not, I'm not knocking Chris Greer for that. You're gonna get misses. That's just the name of the game, man. You take the more shots you take, the more misses you're gonna have. You're gonna have some makes and you're gonna have some misses. As a matter of fact, one of the things somebody told me is, correct me if I'm wrong, that when somebody bats 300, that means they only hit 3% of their 3 out of 10. So if you think about it, you're missing a lot more than you're hitting.
I mean, look at Bill Belichick. I mean, look at half of his picks. Some of them work out, some of them don't. Nobody craps on him, though.
Well,
I mean, look at Bill.
I got 6 reasons why they don't shit on him.
He took Cole Strange first round. I was just sitting there. Oh, the Patriots are on the clock. They're going to take this cornerback. And I hear Cole Strange, guard, Chattanooga. I'm like, who the fuck is Cole Strange?
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about Cole. I mean, I looked at his. He looks good, but he doesn't look like a first rounder.
By the way, please hit the like button. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, next week we're going to deep dive into when Chris Greer first came into the as his role in GM. What was his role? I'm gonna record some sound bites, and I'm gonna play those sound bites for everybody to hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I love Chris Greer. I love the things he's done. But the thing is, TD, if any of you watch him, I watch him. I love TD. Great guy.
Yeah, me too.
I hope I get to meet him one day. He says Chris Greer is just relying on we have too many hopes on this team. We just have too many hopes on this team, and that's the problem with this team right now.
Well, to be fair, look, the way I like to look at football is what you did last year isn't going to dictate what you is going to do next year. I mean, it's kind of like a guide, but not the end all be all. Yeah. You know, there's players that have great. Look at Aaron Rodgers, and I know he didn't have the weapons, but still, he had 2 MVP seasons, and the next year gets knocked out by the Lions in Green Bay. Didn't really have a good year.
Mm-hmm.
So, All right. I don't know if Tua is gonna be the answer, but I don't. I think he is. But I think that's the one difference I like about the community, like especially the Fins tailgate and the people I interact with the chat. When I say I believe in Tua, I think Tua's. They don't. We don't have. They don't try to cancel me like the other way around.
Yeah. Like, I honestly, dude, I've been saying it. I mean, I wasn't a big believer in Tua. I said I hope he proves me wrong.
Yeah.
He hasn't. I mean, the past couple of years, the injuries, consistencies, yes, but he played good, but those weren't like. I want to see him play like he did against the Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my! Against the tough teams because if Tua did have a Lions Browns game against the Niners, Packers, I would have been like, nah. I mean, look at this. Look at this is what my mom got me for Christmas. Hold on.
All right.
My mother got me this for Christmas. I don't know if you see it. I have this. I have Mr. Tua's jersey. Love him. But he just gotta, he's gotta prove me wrong. He's gotta play good in December. That's basically it. He's just gotta prove me in December. I don't care what you do in September. When we come to playoff time, that's when you gotta be playing your best.
And nobody could say this network hates Tua because we actually are one of when I was doing Shake Hefner, our celebrate us. Can you name me the drink we used to celebrate with?
The salty Tua.
Exactly. So, what's going on, Crypto? All right, man. We got our first speaker. Let's welcome the one, the only Fred Dunlap. What is up, brother?
Hey,
Thank you for stop. First of all, thank you for watching, and supporting us, and thank you for giving me some of your time, bro. I appreciate you, man. I really do.
No problem, Shake, man. I appreciate you, man, and it's always a pleasure to come up here, man, bust it up with you guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you, Shake. Like there was there's the thing there.
Was this the comment you wanted me to read? Greer also drafted Gesicki. Yeah, he did. I think we touched about that. Yeah, he drafted Gesicki and they traded him. So that tells you right there that Chris Greer isn't really attached to the guys. You know what I mean? I think why he's keeping Eichenberg. Oh, which one was it? Okay. Chris Greer, we're sticking with his draft picks, is hurting the team. Is that what you think? That okay? Is that the one? Okay, that's the one. Yeah. So you think? Tell me why. Why do you think Chris? Go ahead. He's gonna put in the chat. Why do you think that Chris Greer is sticking? Besides Tua, what other draft picks do you think he's sticking with? But go ahead, friend. The floor is yours, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Like I was about to say that coming down to like the last 5 games of the season, it was said to be that teams had picked up on our offense, and it kind of showed that, you know what I mean, losing the 5 games. How San Francisco and San Diego and Green Bay, how they did it to us like that. How do you see Mike McDaniel changing things up, man, in that offense? Or is it going to be pretty much the same thing? If it's pretty much the same thing, then, I mean, man, it could be tough for us from day one, man. You know what I mean, Shake?
Yeah, Scott Jackson. I do think Brian Flores. He was more respected as a head coach than McDaniels was. No, but see the problem. What's up? The one thing about look, let me ask you this: since you're here, Fred Dunlap, why, if you think Tua wasn't Flores pick, why did he pick it? Or why would he? Why was he allowed? Did they flip a coin? Did they play rock paper scissors to see who was going to pick who? How was one? How if he didn't pick one, how did he pick the other? You know what I mean? Why is he credited for? Why is? No, I'm sorry. Why is Greer credit the good ones and Flores credit the bad ones? Go ahead, friend. Go ahead. What do you think that is?
You want I don't know, Shake, man. Like if you ask me, man, I think that the coach should have more of a leeway or who he wants to bring in. You know what I mean? Because he works with them guys in practice every day. He sees what he sees. You know what I mean? And even as far as evaluating guys in college, man, you might want to let the coach have more leeway in that. Flores was a football player, man. You know what I'm saying? And he knows what it takes in an individual, man, to get the best out of him and things like his weaknesses and what he's good at, what he's not good at, and not just be sold on what the fans think. You know what I mean, Shake?
Yeah.
You gotta be hard nosed, man, and in the pit with the team, man. And but don't get me wrong, man. I think Greer's a good GM, but I think he's just good at, with contracts and giving guys deals and things like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as the physical talent of a person, man, of a player. That's
By the way,
that's my
one thing I want to touch on is I agree with you, because at the end of the day, the people that are picking the team, they know all the ins and outs of the players. They do research. It's just like Larry L. You watch Larry L. and he's talking about businesses. When before businesses open up a property, open up a business somewhere, they scout traffic, they scout demographics, they scout all these things. I mean, and even if everything aligns well, like they have their key demographic. Let's say, for instance, I'm a burger shop. I have my key demographic, an age group, and traffic. But at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a successful business. Just like with draft picks.
Yeah.
I know what happened in the war.
Go ahead.
That 5th overall pick, Chris Greer and then Brian Flores were having an argument about that. And Chris Greer said, "Well, we're going to take Tua, but you will get to pick you will get to pick one player you want." And then at pick 30, Brian Flores was like, "I want no Igbenogany," and Chris Greer was pushing back. But Brian Flores told him what he said earlier, and that's why we got no.
No, I think I know. Actually, I think they did. All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Or no, they threw a dart at the dartboard. They have thrown darts at the dartboard. That's what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's an interesting point. I don't know. Mike Tomlin Steelers draft great, and they move on from players. Just like people falling in love with players. Yeah, I mean,
they moved on from Juju, and I don't think Juju's that good of a receiver.
They moved on from Le'Veon Bell. They moved on from Antonio Brown. They moved on from Claypool. Claypool, he had one good season. That's about it.
His rookie year, I think it was, is good.
Yeah, I mean that guy's 6'4"?
Yeah, man. I think Claypool's a beast, man.
Yeah, I do.
He's just starting, man. He's just starting too.
Hope dude. I'm telling you, the Bears are gonna be so fun to watch this year. You got Moore, you got Claypool still there. I think the Bears are gonna be fun. I don't think they're gonna be a playoff team, but they should be fun.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, and a coin toss sounds like the Dolphin way. Yeah, Mike Wallace. Yeah, you're right. They got rid of Mike Wallace, and guess who picked him up? Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah.
Joey Porter was another one. He ended up
Lawrence
coaching them.
He was a good.
Off him
He was a,
Timmy.
go ahead. I thought Joey Porter was a good signing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job for Miami for the time he was here. He did.
Raphael Cartwright pointed them both up. Yeah. Mike Wallace and Joey Porter.
Yeah.
So
we got him from the Steelers.
Both of them from the Steelers.
If you know what, Shake, if you ask me, they were a team. Steelers were a team that always had good linebackers, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They had some gritty, hard-nosed linebackers. The Steelers did, man. I've watched them over the years. They always had that.
Yeah. I think Mike Tomlin learned from Antonio Brown about bad locker room presence.
Yeah.
Because they kept him for a while, you know what I mean? But eventually they pushed him where, like, you know what? I'm sorry, we gotta, you know, he wanted the bag. He wanted the bag, and now I don't think he's in. I don't think. Do you think he's gonna ever play in the NFL again?
No.
He's gonna play in the XFL next year.
XFL. I hope he goes to the Orlando Commanders, which, to be honest with you, I don't know. I think they changed that name, which offends me. They need to change that name. What's that? No, the Defenders. What's their name?
The DC Defenders, the Orlando Guardians.
Yeah, that's it. Guardians. Oh my God, that is such a. Who the hell comes up with these names, man?
To be fair, the XFL, they had the New York Guardians last time, and I guess they want to keep the same name, so Orlando, they couldn't be the Orlando Vipers, so they gave them the Guardians.
Why can't we be the fucking Vipers, man?
Last time.
By the way, I'm hearing talks that, and I don't have sources. This is from national media. That the Jets are supposed to be in talks with OBJ.
Is this another April Fool's shape, man?
No, what? No.
Okay.
No. I'm serious. That they're, because I think OBJ is wait, because he's a free agent, so he could sign for whoever. So I think what they're waiting for is to see if this thing goes through with Aaron Rodgers. People don't realize if the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, they have so many rookies. So they have a lot of people on rookie contracts. So they do have the cap room.
It's going to be a real significant upgrade for the Jets, man. It really would. It really would.
I'm surprised this deal hasn't thrown through yet. We're 4 weeks out from the draft. It has to come before the draft, you would think.
Yeah, because you want that asset now.
Yeah, like if you're the Packers, if the Jets are gonna have, they're probably gonna have. If the Jets don't give up that 13th pick, I'll be shocked. They're probably going to.
Well, I agree with you. OBJ has been in the NFL, but if you think about, I want you to think about this. There's players, right? Look at it from this lens. There are players, let's say, that start the preseason with they preseason 1, rather preseason 2. It's far and few in between, but it's happened where a certain player preseason 2 or 3 game will get a season-ending injury and is out for the year. So technically, they missed a year, and that's why you have training camps. That's why you have mini OTAs and all that good stuff to get a little more acclimated. I think, yeah, to it. You know what I mean? So I think if OBJ does sign with a team, he needs to. I like this.
And Odell doesn't scare me anymore, though.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing right now. With the GMs with the Jets and Green Bay, they're just looking at each other when that music in the background.
Yeah.
I think Rodgers will end up there, man. Like what's the hurry of signing him now? I think he will eventually end up there.
Where
If doesn't go
And with the Jets. With the Jets.
if the Jets don't get him, who do you think their plan B is?
Lamar.
Oh, what you mean the next team for
The Jets plan B. So you say it's Lamar Jackson?
Oh my God, man. Hopefully it's not Lamar. Like I was scared of Rodgers, but oh my God, man. Lamar, man, oh my God, man, he scares me even more, man. Most of all, if you ask me, because it seems to me, man, some of Lamar's best games, his best games, man, were against the Dolphins, shape.
Well, this is true right here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh man.
Listen, the only thing I care about in the NFL, besides, look, if the Dolphins don't win the Super Bowl, this is the second best thing. This is what I want to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as this happens in the NFL, hell, I'd rather see I'd rather see the 10 Super Bowl, the Patriots win 6 more Super Bowls before I see this team win one.
Yeah.
That's how petty I am.
Yeah, you know what, Shake? I got a partner, man. My boy, he's like, man, what other team ever went to 4 straight Super Bowls, man? And I just come back with what other team has ever lost 4 straight Super Bowls, man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
man.
The only team that's 0-4, the other team that's 0-4 in the Super Bowl is Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Losers.
Yep. and guess what?
Yeah,
Minnesota beat them last year. They beat the Bills last year too.
Yeah, but they didn't go to 4 straight though, Shake.
I know, but I'm saying that they're 0-4 in Super Bowls.
Oh.
As a matter of fact,
the Dolphins been to 3 straight, haven't they?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. 2-1 in that stint, right?
We still won 4 straight.
That's good. That's good work.
I think the Broncos have the more Super Bowl. They're 3-5 in the Super Bowls. The Broncos are 3-5 in the Super Bowls, but I'll look it up now.
When we talk about the straight Super Bowl shape, straight seasons, man, back to back seasons.
Yeah, Broncos have they're 2-5 in the Super Bowls.
Oh, that ain't so good.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the Steelers and the Patriots are tied for the most with 6.
Wow.
But the thing about
you got Mahomes, but you got Mahomes waiting in the wings, man.
Yeah. But the thing about is too I think one of the difference is the difference between the Steelers and the Patriots is the Patriots had one great maybe 1 or 2 great decades. The Steelers have been great since the freaking 70s.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I guess when it's a team's time, man, it's a team's time. They finally gel like a family.
Mm-hmm.
They take care of each other, support each other, the players, and next thing you know, man, you're sitting on a dynasty, I guess, Shape.
We're gonna get a Dolphin dynasty soon, baby.
When the 49ers played the Bengals, that was the first Super Bowl in Joe Robbie Stadium. That was Joe Robbie Stadium's first Super Bowl. Not in Miami, but in Joe Robbie Stadium. I never forget because I lived a mile down. I lived in Carroll City. I'm not going to call it Miami Gardens. I never will. And I lived in Carroll City, and 199th, around 199th and 47th Avenue. All you got to do is go east 199th to 27th Avenue, which is Dan Marino Boulevard. And man, the traffic was bumper to bumper on a Sunday.
Hey, Shake, when do they determine where the Super Bowl is going to be played, man?
I think like 2 or 3 years out.
They're to determine it this year. It's Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. They have like, for instance, when we got the 2020 bid, it was around 2017, 16, 18 or something like that.
Okay, you said this year it'll be in Vegas,
and they were having next year too.
I would say that would be, man, like a slap in the face, man, because that's saying, well, the Raiders aren't going to be there, so we'll have the Super Bowl on their field.
Well, look, if you like conspiracy theories, right? I want you to think about this.
Did Tampa Bay have a home Super Bowl, man? Was it Tampa Bay?
Yeah. It was 2020.
Oh my God! What did he?
And then we played the year after that. But no, I have a conspiracy theory. Remember, the 2020 draft originally was supposed to be in Vegas, but because of COVID, we didn't have the draft. As a matter of fact, there was like I remember them being a thing about them taking the player selected to they go to the stage on a boat.
Yes,
that's what it was. And that never happened.
Yeah, they didn't happen when I went that 1 year last year. I think it was.
So being that technically Tua was supposed to get his Dolphin jersey in Vegas, he's gonna get his Super Bowl ring in Vegas. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Scott Jackson, Jason Thomas from Fins Up from Compton. What's up,
bro? The draft needs to come up to Boston. I need the draft up in Boston. I need to go. Maybe I can meet some of you Fins fans up there if you come up. NFL, make the draft come to Boston.
You know it's coming. That's the thing I like about drafts. Before, I think the draft was only in New York exclusively.
Yeah.
But now they're moving it around. I'm hoping it comes to Miami.
I think this year it's in Kansas City. Next year it's in Detroit. Now going down the teams, they haven't done New England, they haven't done Miami, they haven't done Buffalo. They haven't. I mean, I think they're going city by city. I think they're trying to rotate it.
Mm-hmm.
But just come to Boston already, NFL. I don't care if it's the one time I'm able to go.
What if they go to Foxborough?
It doesn't matter. I don't care if they go to Boston, they go to Foxborough. I'm going to either wherever they go. I'm going up.
How far is Foxborough from you?
Probably like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Oh, that ain't bad.
That's like Miami. Miami's like Miami to me is a 2.5 hour drive.
Last year when I went to the Red Sox, it was like
Tampa's like an hour from me, hour and a half.
The game was at like 1. We were there at like 11:30, 12.
Well, to be fair, it's gonna be in April. So if it's in April, the weather's gonna be beautiful.
Later in the month. Like right now, it's gonna be cold. Then it's gonna be warm. Then it's gonna be cold at night. That's it's cold. Then it's warm. Then it's cold at night. But usually by end of April, it's like beautiful all day. I mean, it's cold up there in Detroit, but I think they're going to the draft next year. I think it's cold. Unless it's warming up, I don't know. I'm not a geologist, whether it's meteorologist.
So, hey, by the way, Scott Jackson, if you had to pick your favorite draft in the last 10 years, all right, your top 5, it hasn't be a specific order that you could think of that comes to your mind in the last 10 years. Just think the last 5 draft picks the Miami did that you like. And chat, you could, if you want to give me the last 5 draft picks in the last 10 years, please, I'll highlight them here. So go ahead, Fred. Floor is yours. Last 5.
Last 10 years?
Yeah, last 10 years.
The best draft pick?
Your favorite. Not best, your favorite.
My favorite draft pick in the last 10 years, man. I'd have to say, man, mine, for me, man, in the last 10 years, it was 2 of them.
Okay.
I'm going to say it was Devontae Parker.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to say Xavier Howard.
All right, name me 3 more.
3 more. Okay. Now,
If Crypto's still listening, that was one of his favorite picks, by the way. Go ahead, Javon Holland.
Let's see. I'm going to say it was what you call Minka Fitzpatrick was another one. And I don't know. I guess no other draft pick has really. Oh yeah, Laramie Tunsil was one for me too.
Tua?
No. No. I'm gonna say Laramie Tunsil was one. Shake.
Go ahead, Greg.
Favorite draft.
This wasn't the last 10 years, but I hear you, bro.
He said Tua.
Go ahead. What are you saying? All right, Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor, Patrick Surtain, Sam Medicine, and Xavier Howard.
We're talking about favorite draft class or pick?
Just draft pick. What's your favorite?
I'm Wilkins. I remember that night. Wayne Haskins was sitting there, and I was hoping to pray we didn't get him because I didn't believe in him. Rest in peace, this great guy.
Hey, by the way, Scott Jackson. To be fair to Raphael Cartwright, the last 20 years felt like 10 years. So, but go ahead.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins for sure.
Yeah,
Holland, Gesicki.
Go ahead, 2 more.
I'm blanking on them. God, I you know what? Miles Gaskin.
Miles Gaskin.
I did enjoy him. God, there's one more. Minka Fitzpatrick.
All right. All right. Now I'm gonna give you my 5. No particular order, but except the last one. The last one is my favorite. Okay. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. Green. It was. I think Jakeem Grant was in there. My favorite top 5. I'm gonna have to say Christian Wilkins, number 1, because I love his entrance. That was bomb. Remember that entrance where he?
I like that. I like that one, Shake.
When he. Curtis Weaver. Oh my God, Curtis Weaver. I might listen, man. That's one of those draft. I said draft picks that we like, not want to forget. That's one of that's in the draft Curtis category. Curtis Weaver is one of the draft picks that I want to forget.
Shout out to Curtis Weaver. I believe he's in the XFL.
Wasn't he the one that gained weight or something like that? Was he? Yeah, he showed up to a training camp out of shape.
I never even heard of him.
Oh, I remember what happened to Curtis Weaver. We had Curtis Weaver, and then we had to cut players or something like that. He got put on waivers. Browns took him.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, Curtis Weaver. Oh my God.
Oh, I remember about that guy.
Swear to God, never even heard of him, man.
That's one of the this is why people are calling for Chris Greer, because that is one of the we had about 50 draft picks, and that was one of them. Yeah, he was awesome at Boise State, but Boise State. Speaking of Boise State, another one was the last 10 years. The running back from Boise State. He's from England.
Jay.
Jay Ajayi. That's number 2. I love Jay Ajayi. I love the J
Forgot
train.
about him.
I
The
like
J
him too.
train. That's why
Yeah.
I'm doing this, because you know what I mean. And I don't care what nobody says. I agree with you. I love Devontae Parker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Devontae Parker. Unfortunately, when he had a quarterback that could utilize his skill set,
Yeah.
like Fitzpatrick with the 50-50 balls.
1,200 yards that year, Shea.
Yep.
1,200.
I
I
know
forget how much
Crypto
that-
says it's an out-of-body experience, but
No, man.
no,
There
I
ain't
don't think so.
Not in NFL, ain't no out of body experience. This was happening week after week. He was putting up good numbers, man.
Like I said, I
So
hope
not
Crypto
a lot
ain't
of-
hearing us, because, good Lord, this is a family show. I don't want him to jump on here. Oh, there he is. Hey, Crypto, I didn't see you there. Oh, man. No, but
Hey, Crypto, what's the matter with you, man?
no, but I like Devontae Parker. I like Jay Ajayi. Another pick. I would say I have 2 more picks. Let me see. A pick that I liked. Damn, we called trouble. Here it is.
What?
First
Hey,
of all,
what's
when
up?
when I introduce a phraseology into the Dolphins community, such as the term out of body experience, by definition, when you have one, because I've actually had a real out of body experience, an actual one, astral projected. So that's neither here nor there. But that means that you very seldom do something. An event very seldom happens, very rarely. But when you have something to that magnitude and you don't replicate it, and you've never done it before, that defines it as an out of body experience. So
I don't know, man. I've watched Devontae Parker's college days, man, and this guy.
Okay, hold on. Before we get to Devontae,
the
Devontae Parker, let me get my 5 players, and then we'll get back at it. All right, I got 2 more, and then my last, I would say another player that I like.
What's up, Greg? I saw your shirt, man.
And there you go, Kenyon
What's up,
Drake.
Greg?
Kenyon Drake. Thank you, Kenyon
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah,
And then my number 1, my favorite, Noah Igbenogany. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Noah Igbenogany. But now go ahead, Crypto. Let's continue the lesson. Oh,
Yeah.
Pouncey was good, but I don't think he was 10 years.
Chauncey,
Yeah, I don't think it was 10 years. Last 10 years.
if you're talking about Parker, actually, he did had more occurrences, I would say, as one Greek game versus 2 in that one Baltimore game.
Yeah.
Because he had one game against Gilmore that was, I would consider his out of body experience, because that was such against a great cornerback.
Yeah.
And he went downhill ever since that game. So that's why I would classify the Gilmore game as his out of body experience.
Well, see,
Well,
here's the thing I like to say though, Crypto.
Can I get some pushback on that?
But let me say something, and then go ahead, I'll let the floor is yours. The only thing I have to say is there are certain players. Look, I'm not going to say that Devontae Parker is going to be up there with your DeAndre Hopkins, your Tyreek Hills, your Jerry Rices. But however, I think what made him good is when you have a like a Chan Gailey that knows how
Gailey
to use
maximize his talent. Yes.
Yeah, Andy Reid. He could be a great receiver. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think he'll be good with.
If he was paired with Mahomes, he would actually have a resurgence in his career.
Yeah, but I think whatchamacallit, who's the offensive
if
coordinator? Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien,
like
I think, is going to use him too. Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien. Yeah, that actually might, because remember Deshaun Watson had one of his best seasons under him. So if you had somebody like that, offensive coordinator, can maximize his talent, he might have a resurgence with Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing that I've always tried to. Look, I don't think, like I said, I will never classify Devontae Parker in the Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, you could put him anywhere.
You missed the Shake Money,
huh?
Actually, Actually, you missed it when I had a reversal because the guy on True Talk, I said, well, the way he was talking, I was saying we might as well bring back Parker and get rid of Hill. The way he was talking, we didn't need nobody other than just Tua. So I just said, forget Tyreek Hill then. Just cut him.
Yeah.
Put freaking Parker back on the team. You know? That's
You
what I
know,
said.
You know, with me, man, you like
Go ahead.
your quarterback has a lot to do with your with your falling off or you excelling. It's really on your quarterback to how you perform as a wide receiver, man. I mean, come on now. I mean, like like
There are some receivers that could take us bubble screen and take it 60 yards to the house. That's
yeah,
that's what Joe Montana did for Rice and Rice did for him. Now, all of those passes Montana threw to Rice wasn't 50-yard bombs. He took a 5-yard in cut and took it to the house.
And
so who was making whose numbers really look good?
And one thing about Tyreek Hill, he had like about 5 or 6 wide receivers. Different quarterbacks. We all know who they are: Matt Moore,
right?
Chad Pennington.
And he still put up big numbers, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. That Tyreek Hill still put up big numbers. Actually, recently this year with Bridgewater, right? 360-yard game.
Yeah,
against the Vikings, and 100 in the first quarter with Skylar. So yeah, so the Tyreek can definitely enhance guys like what's his name, Geno Smith. I think if Tyreek was in Seattle, he would have had a big year too. Geno Smith even had a better year.
Yeah, especially when you have if you have Tyreek Lockett and DJ Metcalf.
And Metcalf, right, exactly. He would have been even more better.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because Tyreek would have been screaming for the ball too damn much, man. He wouldn't have been getting enough targets.
I don't know if he's that selfish. So you think he's that selfish? You think Tyreek's that? You think Tyreek? You think he's that selfish?
Yes, I do. I think he was selfish like that in Kansas City, but Mahomes wasn't taking that, man. Mahomes is he knows like, oh, Tyreek's double cover. You know, I'm not going to force it to him. I got other guys out here that I need to get involved, and I really do think Tyreek was making a big squawk in Kansas City about getting enough targets, man.
And by the way, Crypto, you got to answer the question of the day. I don't know if you answered it, but the question of the day is: being, let's say we used to draft. Think about all the holes we have currently, right?
Yes.
And you have to draft one player. Who would it be?
The guy on the left. Wait, the guy on the right.
Bobby Boucher.
I would have to go with Bobby
double
Boucher.
vision.
As bad as we need a middle linebacker, Boucher would be a perfect fit, man.
I got double vision, Shake. I was having double vision.
And Shake, by that longest yard quarterback, I was referring to Burt Reynolds, man.
Yeah. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Who was it?
With the prison team.
The prison team, yeah. The longest mile. So we got 4 picks. Tyler Badgett. That's a good one. What's you got kicker. I don't know this mock draft. You probably got an A+ in this mock draft.
We got one kicker and 3 quarterbacks.
One kicker, 3 quarterbacks.
3 quarterbacks, 1 kicker.
Oh,
the first
man.
round.
The first round, the kick. You know what? I just saw that YouTube video, Shake Money, about the highest kicker drafted. It was guy back in 1966 was drafted number 6 overall. And that highest since then was the 11th with Cleveland. And then Janikowski was like, I think the 22nd or 21st pick was the last kickers drafted in the first round. Janikowski. And then the other guy was the highest. It was in the top 10 was number 6 overall, 1966.
And by the way, I just want to remind the Jets fans, the Jets still haven't traded for Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Hey, they're a barefooted kicker in the league now.
That kicker but see, back then the kickers was probably more important to your offense than anything because they ran the ball a lot back then, and you might not get a touchdown. You was always going to get inside the red zone, so you needed a good kicker back then to be able to score points, a lot of points.
I think I remember a few barefooted kickers, man. Particularly,
oh yeah, my favorite one was the guy from the Rams, Langford.
Yeah, I think Philadelphia had one too.
Yeah, the barefoot kicker. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why come they went away from that? Is that league? Did something league told them they couldn't do?
Hold on. Breaking. We got live from the Bahamas. The one, the only Rabbit Dolphin. My brother, Mr. Louis Amador.
Welcome. What's up, Louis? My man chilling out there on the seas, on the rocky seas. Cruising out there on the seas, man. What's going on?
Water. Got the drinking.
What'd you say?
And, doing drinking and stuff. Drinking and hanging out, man.
Hey, by the way,
man, look at that.
I got to ask you the question.
On the cruise.
Question of the day, bro. You can see if you had, given our current NFL team, if you had draft one first round, who would it be? The quarterback from the longest yard or Bobby Boucher, middle linebacker? Louis, who you picking?
I'm going Bobby Boucher.
That's what I said, Luke. That's what I said, man.
Boucher. That's it. That'll do it. Boucher.
I really do appreciate you stopping by, man.
Thank you. What's up, dude?
Man, that y'all get free passes, drink passes out there, Louis? Oh, he gone. I was watching. Did they give him drink passes on the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where he is on the boat? He's on a boat.
Yeah, he's on the boat.
Yeah, he's on a boat. I gotta do the Norwegian cruise out of the Baltimore Harbor down to the Bahamas. I'm gonna have to do that in the summer. Because I don't want it to be in the winter time.
Yeah. I'm gonna do mine. Man. Like I said, I told him. I think we talked about this. I want to do the train tours where it starts from DC and it goes all the way to California. That's what that's on my bucket list. See, the thing I like about that is it's the two things I like about that. Number one, I'll be in my room playing video games and just relaxing on a soothing train ride. And number two, I know I'm not going to get stuck in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, that's true. I know that's right, G.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about no life preservers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you only can tread water for so long. I'm a good swimmer, but swimming alongside sharks is not my cup of tea.
Listen, can you imagine? Just think about this. Can you imagine if you're on a cruise ship, right, and all of a sudden one of the workers accidentally puts the PA. Oh fuck! Who the hell forgot to put the lifeboats?
Oh man!
Yeah.
Fire that guy, man.
Right.
He goes, we have some bad news here.
Wow.
Women and children first.
Yeah, that's the announcement. You got to have the women and children first, right?
Fine,
you got to have the others.
I watched the Titanic. No, actually, I never watched the Titanic. That shit's too fucking long to watch.
You didn't? Yeah, it's like I've watched it so many times. You're right. The Titanic, I watched. I have to say a good 8-9 times.
Holy moly!
I always
Goodbye,
question that, man.
Rose.
You know, like
Goodbye, Rose.
how do you like how does the captain run into a big ass iceberg, man? Come on,
They
man.
falling asleep on watch. That's why.
You know, I mean, you know, God bless the people that day that perished or whatever. But come on, man, how you run into a big ass fucking iceberg, man, like that? You know,
I mean, he saw it, but he didn't think none of it. But it was a little too late as he was freaking looking, you
uh,
know. But they tried to steer it at the last moment, but they was not. It was coming in too close, you know. But it was like it was up by the time he saw it. They was pretty much on it, on top of the iceberg. It's not what's above the water; it's what's below it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
And let me ask you, right, what would you say was the worst disaster, the Hindenburg or the Titanic?
Titanic.
Titanic still, yeah. At least the
But
Hindenburg only carried. There was so many people in the airship, right?
yeah,
How many people was on the ground at the time when it crashed?
but there
I
were
thought it was
survivors. I think there wasn't there
wasn't in the
survivors in the
open.
Titanic.
Wasn't in the yeah, yeah. People survived the Titanic. I think the last living survivor died in the late '90s or early 2000s. I want to say was the last survivors were in the '90s. I think was the last living one. She was pretty much 100 years old
Damn,
when the last survivor.
she died. She died very young.
Hmm.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
Cartwright said the three amigos. And who are they? Does anybody know the three amigos?
Yes.
Broncos trios.
Yes. It was Vance Johnson, Mark Jackson, and Ricky Natil.
Damn, that's what's up.
I'm showing my age. Don't worry.
You ain't nothing but 2 years older than me. So,
Man,
yo,
I got all
how old
My
y'all.
Dolphins
Man.
history goes deep.
how old are you? 47, Crypto.
I got
No,
all y'all.
no, I'm 40. Yeah, I'm 47 now, but yeah, I'll be 48 in June.
Yeah. So
Man,
right now you
yeah.
got 2 years on me. I'm 45. So
Oh,
Oh,
y'all
okay.
still,
listen. I don't want to hear nothing from a 30-year-old friend, Deadlamp.
no, man, y'all still puppies, man. Y'all still puppies.
Right. Well,
But you know, like a
your
lot of
birthday already passed, Shake? You got an upcoming birthday?
Yeah, March 20th.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did. Yes, right. That's right. You did. Okay, 45.
45.
5 more to go, man. You can still get your AARP card, man, if you want. Just get your AARP card, man. You can get it, man. Good benefits.
Do I get an old Ibn Nazi jersey
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
Devontae Parker?
Yeah, you can get a discounted
the
Parker
jerseys,
jersey with the AARP. Actually, I was lucky because when I got hired, I got the discount. Like 6 years ago. No, what 6 years ago? I got it when
Damn.
I was like 41, 42 years old. I got it real early. I didn't have to wait till 50 to get it. Because normally you have to wait till you're 50 to get it. So I got
50
it to get your AARP card. Yeah, so I got it early. 'Cause I wanted those benefits. I ain't gonna lie. They be having crazy discounts on a lot of stuff. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to try and get in on this program. It's like what 30 something million seniors got it, something like that. Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
what's
you
up,
can
man.
sign up early. You could there's some programs that let you get in early. Depends on who you affiliated with or who your employer is. Yeah, I know if you're employed by the government, you can get it early.
So, Crypto, you give me your 5 favorite drafts in the last 10 years. All right, 4 because I already know Parker's one of them. So no,
Right.
no.
Right.
No, name your 5. No, for real talk. Name your 5 favorite draft in the last 10 years.
The overall drafts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like your 5 favorite players drafted in the last 10 years.
In the last 10. Who was drafted the last 10? Dolphin players or
Dolphin
just
players.
league wise? Dolphin players. I'm gonna say who was drafted in the last 10 favorite players? I'm gonna go with Hall. I'm gonna go with well, I actually got to put two current players on this roster: Phillips and Waddle.
Yeah, those are good ones.
I'm gonna go with Pouncey was one of my favorite players.
Was he in the last 10 years? What year
Yeah,
was he drafted?
I think it was 2012, 2013, right?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was part of that offensive line decade. So Pouncey, I love him. Man. He's one of my favorite players. Pouncey, hell,
Yeah,
James
hey, Pouncey,
James
can you
was
tell
fine.
Can you tell me what college he was from? I forgot. I keep forgetting. Where did Pouncey come from again?
Florida.
Florida? Was it?
Yeah. No, actually, no. Pouncey came in
No, he's from
09.
Pennsylvania.
Who? Pouncey? Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
from
thought he was a
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania
No,
guy.
he played for Florida. So yeah, it was no. Actually,
Wait a minute, you're right. I'm confusing them up. My mind's in a fog. I'm confusing him with the other Pitt guy, Penn State guy, Pitt guy. Yeah, you're right. What was okay? So yeah, Pouncey goes back within the last decade. I'm trying to see who else without getting into that 2010, 2008 team.
Tannehill. Does Tannehill qualify?
Tannehill is on that one. Tannehill, he's like right there. I would say top 10 because he did have a good career overall because he got better when he went to Tennessee. Well,
but this when I do this list, is your favorite. It doesn't have to be the best. It's just who did you like?
I didn't. I went sour on Tannehill like I went sour on Parker after 3-4 years.
And this year, are you still sour on number 25, Xavier Howard?
I went sour recently. This is the year is the start of the like I did with Parker in 2018, saying we have to start rebuilding. This is year one with me pounding the table saying we need to do the same thing to X.
Okay.
So yeah, before this year, no, I wasn't. It was last year's performance what did it for me. So that's why I'm starting this year is to pound the table, get rid of X. that's what I'm saying. This is year one for me.
So if he has a resurgence,
so actually, I would add X to that list because he did enough in his first handful of years, as at starting out as my favorite. So X would make the list.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Taylor is too old. Thomas is too old. Fletcher is not Fletcher. Bowens is too old. I listed Pouncey. I don't like Long because of him and Parcells' connection. they too old anyway. I think it's 15 years, right?
Yeah.
with that one. Man, this time goes by so fast, Shake. When you think about these guys that came in and out, cycled in and out. Let me go to this. Let me go to the 20. 20.
Why are you thinking of that? Why are you thinking of that? Something I was going to ask you when you were in the blender. How many different stadiums have you been to watch the Dolphins games? I want to know the difference.
Different stadiums.
Yeah. How would you compare them to the Hard Rock Stadium? Like Baltimore Ravens Stadium.
It's three. Three different. If I'm comparing them.
Okay. How would you compare them?
The atmosphere is pretty good. The Ravens. Actually, MetLife is not bad. And
Rashad Jones. Safety.
Oh yeah, he's another good. Was he within the last 10 though?
No. G5.
No. Right.
Supposedly, air quotes. That was a Chris Greer pick. He was pounding the table for when he was a head scout.
See, all them guys with that great defense with Wannstedt and the Johnson era that goes back a little further. But even though they played up until like the mid-teens, right? 2013, 2012, 2014, before they start retiring. So yeah, we're talking.
Have you ever, Raphael? Have you ever watched
most of my favorite players
game in
go
person?
beyond 10 years, Shake Buddy, for the most part.
Raphael
And you know
Cartwright, have
what,
you ever
Shake?
watched the Dolphin game in person? Put yes or no in the comment. But go ahead.
Two.
Go ahead, Crypto.
So yeah, how would you compare? How would you compare the? How about the seating and the seating? I'm talking about visual wise. Would you say the Ravens Stadium is visually better, more appeasing, or about Hard Rock?
I would say visually. Now, our stadium, I was able to see better. I guess because where I was sitting, I was pretty much still in the third level in all three stadiums.
Yeah.
So, as far as being able to see everything on the field, Hard Rock configuration is pretty good. Where
Yeah,
you don't necessarily
that-
have to have seats on the lower level to be able to see all the action.
Hey, Arthur, let me
You
ask, like,
so
I've never
high up
been.
in Raven Stadium that if you're sitting directly behind either end zone, you're good. And if you're sitting on the side, you're okay because it's steeper in the upper levels. You could ask Stephen D. Those stairs climbing up into those final seats is a workout.
Yeah.
So I would say comparing that to MetLife is better when it comes to the physical exercise of it. But the view is good. The view in all venues is good. Hard Rock is not is good because it seemed like it's lower.
Yeah.
The upper decks are lower than than the Ravens and Jets Stadium.
But you know what's funny is
It's much lower, so you get a better view.
The last Colts game I went to, the last game I went to was against the Colts, who was supposed to be honoring Don Shula. And I
That
sat.
was indoor, wasn't it, Shake?
Huh?
Was that it? That was an indoor game then, wasn't it?
No. It was at the Hard Rock. This was a couple of years.
Okay.
This was Brian Flores' last year, and unfortunately, instead of watching Tua Tagovailoa, I watched Jacoby Brissett. And
you went to that game? That was the game you went to?
Mm-hmm. And I literally sat in the last seat of the stadium up. But when I pick tickets, I don't care if it's where it is in the stadium or I want it by the 50-yard line.
Right.
Hey, Shake, does like I've never been to a Dolphins game, man. You know, never been to Hard Rock, never been to the Orange Bowl, nothing like that. Hey, man, but how Hard Rock is now, man? Is the sun beaming down?
No, unless you're on the visitor side. Unless you're on the visitor side, no.
Okay.
Because see, even if you're on
I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes.
All right, go for it. But no, even if you are, like, for instance, in the visitor side, as long as you're in the top, like, for instance, if you're in the higher you are in the visitor side, the less sunlight you'll have.
Okay. Have you been to one of them games, Shake?
Yeah. I was at the Colts. I was at the Colts game. The Colts game. We lost that game. As a matter of fact, I went with one of my buddies who live over here. He was a Colts fan, and that's the reason we went, because whenever the Dolphins and the Colts play, we make it a tradition. I go to his house. We watch the game, and unfortunately, we went to the.
Hey, Shake, was the sun beaming down on you, man?
Nah, because I was underneath the canopy.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, the sun beaming down on you. You got to watch Jacoby Brissett. Oh my God, man, it was enough to drive you mad, man. Would have been enough to drive you mad.
All right. I went to the Chargers game last year in the end zone. Great view, but showdown late. Dolphins players are looking up.
Like where I'm at, Shake, I'm like 5 minutes, man. Literally 5 minutes, man. Across the bridge from the Eagles Stadium. What is it? MetLife? Is it MetLife? Is that the name of the Eagles Stadium? It used to be the Vet. They done changed it to something, man. I forget what it's called.
So I think you went to the
Lincoln Financial, something like that. Lincoln Financial, I don't know. But I've never been to an Eagles game either, though, Shake.
So is that is that the stadium you're in? I see. I noticed that you're in a stadium. Now it looks like is that the Charger Stadium or is that Dolphin Stadium? Back before the canopy. No, I think that's the Charger Stadium, right? In that picture, is that the stadium? Levi Stadium? Cartwright, is that the stadium that you're in? But okay, it is.
You ever been to any cold weather stadiums, Shape?
Hell no.
I mean, I guess there's some real true fans right there, man. I ain't going to no real cold game, watch no game in no stadium either, man.
As a matter of fact, I'd rather watch a heat game, a game in the heat than in the cold, because at least I could cool off with a beer or water or some shit.
Yeah. You can even take an umbrella, yeah.
Yeah, with the cold, you're fucking freezing your ass off.
And it seemed to me, man, like over the years, man, the Dolphins had some great games in cold weather, man. For them having the thing put on them where they weren't a cold weather team.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Dolphins put work in on cold weather games, man. I seen them go up to Pittsburgh in the snow. This was just a couple years ago, and beat up the Steelers. That's when they had Charles Clay, Tadell, of course.
This definitely sucks right here.
What's that?
Watching a game in the rain.
Oh man!
I'd rather watch a game in the heat and the cold than watch a game in the rain. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Or I'll just watch the game. I don't know if that any stadiums that if they have the television of the game, I would go just sit there and watch the game. If there's stand there, watch the game on the television, and stand out there in the rain.
Yeah, man.
I push cards in the rain. Let me tell you something. Once you're soaked, yeah, have fun.
So is that is a Pigeons Eagles fan, huh? Damn. So so being that one of your sons is a Pigeons fans, we play them this year. It's in Philadelphia, so y'all probably should go to that game. Man, I like I said, I will be at the Dallas Cowboys. My best friend Joe, he's in a wheelchair, so we're gonna we gotta get special accommodations. But he is not diehard Cowboys, but he's a Cowboys fan, I would say. He said he's a Cowboys
Where
fan.
will they be playing? Will be in Hard Rock this year, next year?
What'd you say? Can you repeat that?
Where are they going to be at? Just the Cowboys.
It's gonna be a Hard Rock.
Okay.
What game are you going to? Are you gonna go to the MetLife Takeover, Greg?
No, I think the games me and my dad are thinking about going to are Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Kansas City, but that game could get to Germany. Hopefully not. DC, we're thinking about, but right now we don't know what games we're going to. It depends on my dad's vacation is. We're thinking about going to Miami, but it all comes down to what his vacation is.
Damn, by the way, Greg, I'm getting you. I want to get you in the blender, man. You got to get in the blender. Check it out this Thursday's. Next Thursday, I'm getting the one, the only TD Fins Talk in the blender. He told me to remind him. But one thing about TD, he's very busy. Things happen, so he's likely to come on. As I say, but just in case, I have a backup plan. So
I need to start. I watched one. I need to watch all of them, man. I want to watch all of them. I just haven't had much time.
Yeah, dude, trust me, I know. What you do is that's why they're like an hour, 30 minutes. Just put them in the car, listen to them while you know what I mean. But
yeah, like
crypto was in the blender with me. I have. By the way, I got two recorded. I got two people coming soon. That were in the blender. Stephen D. I have an episode recorded with Stephen D. and Great One DeVore. They're coming soon. I'm going to be dropping teasers you follow me on IG, I'm going to be dropping teasers of The Great One DeVore. We talk about the teaser I'm going to be dropping is the teaser about our favorite Madden.
Man, I just hope Madden's good next year.
Yeah, Madden. My favorite Madden. I might as well tell you now. I told him was 1997 for the Super Nintendo. All right. And one of the reasons I like that Madden, that particular Madden, was this was the only Madden where you could create a player. So you create a player, let's say you make him 6'5", and depending how fast or how skinny he was, dictated how fast he was going to run his 40. You know, so if you made him 6'8", 300 pounds, he wasn't going to run. They weren't going to try to make it run a 4.3. But if he was 6'8" with or 6'4" or 5'10" with 130 pounds or something like that then you'll be able to run a faster 40. Then they had cone drills. They make you do cone drills. They made you do this thing where you memorize, right? And that when you did the cone drills and memory things, that's what gave you your attributes, you know. Yeah, I do. Tecmo Bowl was John Arfordal. Tecmo Bowl was good. Blitz was another one that was good. 2K was another good one. So you studying there? Ellington on?
Yeah, I'm right now preparing my study guide. I gotta get off here in about 20 minutes to go study it.
Yeah, we're gonna close this down in 20 minutes. It's only 2 hours, so Ellington is watching you, man.
Yeah, Ellington we out for blood.
That's right. Cut, and we should cut. Like you said,
Are you
what
going
you
to
say?
go to the Philly? Are you going to come to Philly and go to that game? I'm ready to go to about 4 new stadiums this year.
I'm contemplating either the
Philly?
Baltimore, or the Philadelphia. If I do go to Baltimore, I learned I'm not staying at my cousin's house. Number one, and number two, I'm getting my own car.
Yes,
because I love my cousin. I love him. We love each other. We have nothing. You know what I'm saying? When we see each other, you know what I'm saying? It's all love. But then when we start hanging around each other, we start getting on each other's nerves after a while. You know what I mean? You know how it is, right, Crypto?
Yeah.
You know, I you know, so I want to hang out with him for a couple hours. That's probably one of the main reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go hang out with him, but I'm staying at a hotel for sure.
Yeah.
And then
we got some nice ones here.
Then I'll come hang out with you.
I got a question. Do you use like reward points with credit cards?
No, I gotta start getting. I need a credit card though. I need to get a credit card. I gotta start building up my credit.
You can start shopping, not shopping, but just use your dating spending to build up points.
Yeah.
Like when you buy something, any item, put it on a credit card, use your debit card to pay it off right away. You rack up points, and that's how you keep building points. So you play that for a while before you know it, man. You end up with like a free week of hotel rooms, you know, a nice stay at, you know, Hilton's, Marriott's, you name it, DoubleTrees. Yeah.
And the one thing I like about
your regular spending, you ain't even got to spend extra money. You just use it for your daily spending that you normally do, you know.
One thing about credit cards, and that's why I gotta stop procrastinating, because procrastination is like masturbation. You're fucking yourself. But
yes, I gotta use that. That's a T-shirt item. That's a T-shirt moment. Shake Money.
Procrastination is like masturbation. But
yes.
no, the good thing about credit cards is, someone was saying that, let's say for instance you put everything on a credit card. The thing about that is that somebody hacks your credit card and the bank is paying for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if they hack your debit card, you know, they'll replace the money, but you're for a long time, you know, you got to go through a lot of fucking red tapes to get that shit back.
Just to get it back, right? The credit card, they'll reimburse you for fraud versus it's coming from your debit card. That money's gone when it's coming out your debit card. You know, and you pay it back from your debit card for what you use on your credit card. You know,
Yeah.
it's much easier when it comes to fraud protection. Plus, you get a lot of perks, cashback rewards, points rewards, bonus rewards. You know, that's what I did. I got my stay at Miami. That's pretty much a free stay. It's I used a lot of my points to pay for the hotel that I'm going to be in down there. It's like it ended up being like $60 for 2 nights at a 4-star hotel. So basically $30 a night. You know, what did KP say?
What's up?
Oh, okay. What's up, KP? So it ended up being like $30 for each night. Shake money.
Yeah.
I can't beat that. The average price of each room is like $280 a night. Go beat that. Just by me shopping at my local grocery store over the course of the last 3 months earned me that ability to pay $30 a night at a freaking hotel in Miami. Can't beat that, you know?
Hey, Kahari P, being that you're just tuning in, if you're watching, I understand. He has to answer the question of the day. If you had to draft one, given the current state, who are you drafting? Just asking.
KP, put a name on it, KP.
Oh, man. No, man. KP, you know, one thing about Kahari is, dude, it doesn't matter what the subject is. Whenever I hear him speak, I'm like, holy crap, I'm gonna learn something.
Yeah.
Same thing with you, bro. Same thing with you. I'm gonna learn something.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. No, for real talk, man, because I know you know your shit, bro. You just don't you and him don't spit out, you don't spit out your feelings. You know, here's something that I want to talk about maybe tonight, because tonight I'm going on with Finn's Tailgate, of course, me and DTA.
Okay, and what's his Ali is
yeah, he's on hiatus.
Yeah, he's on hiatus.
Speaking of which, man, the one, the only, man, and we are honored to be graced with your presence, bro. The real Kahari. What's going on, brother? Good to have you on the show.
What's up, Jay Crypto? What's up, Elliot, man? Greg, what's going on, Greg?
Did you see who out of these two, which one are you drafting?
The guy on the right.
It's unanimous.
The water boy, man. The waterman. Yeah, what is the water boy?
Yeah.
The water boy. Yep.
Classic movie, man. Classic movie. I thought you was a serious question, man. I thought you saw I wrote down Darnell Washington, man.
No. That's cool too. And look at this. Look at this draft one. Look at this draft list. This guy, he drafted a kicker in the first round, a quarterback, and a quarterback. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
You know, I actually did a couple of those.
That final draft grade. The draft grade KP is an A+, by the way.
Okay.
It was scored. It was scored an A+.
Well, go ahead, KP. Go ahead.
No. I started messing with those mock drafts, man, and all of them, Washington's always there with our pick number 51, and I doubt that's going to be, the case for real. But anyway, what was interesting enough is that, I actually doubled up on tight end with our first two picks, with pick 51 and pick 84.
Oh man!
I figured you can just reload the whole tight end room with two of the talented prospects, even if it is in Washington. Because there's so many good tight ends, and then you have that double tight end look with some quality young talent. I know. You said the tight end position takes a longer time to develop in the NFL and all that because of the physicality and the multiplicity of the job. But
and this ain't just me. This is I'm saying this is everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes sense. It's a tough job. It's tougher than most people could appreciate.
Does Mike McDaniel like tight ends?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
And here's the thing too. Like for instance, I can name quarterbacks that broke out their rookie seasons. I can name running backs, wide receivers, you name it. But can you name a tight end that had an outstanding rookie season? Not even Gronkowski had a good rookie season.
Yeah, even Kittle had to develop a little bit before he burst out. Yeah, I think just that position.
I think Kelsey did okay in the beginning.
Well, yeah, it's easier, I think, for a receiving tight end. You know, if they're just going to use, like Gesicki. You know, Gesicki kind of splash as long as you put him in the slot, right?
Yeah.
But then when you ask a guy like that to commit to blocking, right, and learn the angles and all that kind of stuff, then the physicality of the job is something that a lot of people underappreciate.
What about this guy, Charles Clay?
Yeah, Clay. Yeah, Clay. Yeah,
Charles Clay.
It's a ball player, man. He undersized for tight end, too big to be a fullback, but you had to put him on the field, because that hand-eye coordination, faster than most linebackers, but, so he had, he was one of those tweeners, in-betweeners,
How about Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah. Yeah,
he was one of my
Gonzalez, his frame, he had the perfect frame for the position. And a lot of people may not know he was an awesome basketball player. He was like a key player on that UCLA team that they went pretty far in the tournament his last year.
They did.
Well, here's going Shockey with the Giants did pretty well his rookie year when they
Jeremy Shockey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's
he was a cane.
Yeah,
he was a cane.
The U we prepare for, they're NFL made back in that era. They came ready to dominate from day one. Shockey, and then the guy who was the guy right after Shockey, Crypto played for many years with the Green Bay Packers.
Winslow.
Bubba Franks.
Oh, I thought didn't Winslow play too? Winslow was after him too, right?
Winslow was in that generation of tight ends too. Yeah.
Right.
But I think Bubba Franks was in there, was in the mix. I think they had another guy too.
Pitts didn't really do good. Kyle Pitts from the Gators, he didn't really do that good.
Won't use him.
Yeah.
They used him the one game against us, though. They decided to use him against us for whatever reason.
That's good, Lacey.
The NFL hates us. That's when they finally use everybody. That's whenever they play the Dolphins, that's when they play their best.
Yeah.
Nobody else, they suck.
Everybody else they do bad against it. And when they play against us, that's when they decide to have an out-of-body experience.
Exactly.
All right, check this out. What's up, Todd?
Hey guys, I'm out, man. Peace, everyone. Have a great day. Have a happy Saturday, y'all. All right.
Happy Saturday, man.
What does Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer have in common besides playing in Florida? Playing for Florida.
Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow.
They both were bust in the NFL?
They were both left-handed.
Nope.
I don't know. I tried to guess.
They both got their first win against the Miami Dolphins.
Who?
Oh, man. Whoa.
Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's a good one, Shake. That's a good trivia.
Yeah, trust me.
Man, his first ever win came against us.
Yeah, which is not a stat that I'm happy about.
No, I'm not.
And I'm a Gator fan, and I'm not happy about that stat.
Right.
Because I have a rule. What you did on Saturday doesn't count on Sundays.
Yeah.
On Sundays, I could root for you on Sundays doesn't mean I'm going to root for you. I mean, just because I root for you on Saturdays and hate you on Saturdays doesn't mean I'm going to hate you on Saturdays and vice versa.
Right.
So what's up, Todd? What's on your mind? Hey, by the way, Todd, I have the question of the day.
Uh-oh.
If you had to draft one of these players, who would it be?
Easily the water boy.
Middle linebacker?
Oh, God. Yeah. Come on, that's been our weakness for years. We need a good one in there that will bust heads.
Hell yeah. We gotta give him we gotta give him some tackling fuel.
Man. I can't believe everybody's saying we're gonna be behind the Jets this year.
Yeah, but Hey, it is. Look, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is. That happens.
Hey, I'm
Vegas is
telling you what,
Hey,
though,
listen,
I'm getting ready to go put some money down on that 9.5.
listen though. At the same time, I believe we can win 14 games, but I also at the same time believe we can also win 6 games.
Yeah.
No, I don't see us winning only 6 games. We're going to
Yeah,
be double digits.
I'd say 12-5
The
at
only
least.
reason I'm saying,
That's the floor.
Or.
But go ahead, Greg. Why do you see that?
well, TD was saying it. Well, I want us to win 14 plus games, 12 plus games, that jazz them. But every year I've said it, we've been freaking 9-8, 10-6, and all that nonsense. So this year, I'm preparing myself to be excited for when we win 12 plus games and whatnot. But I'm also preparing myself that if we win 6, 7, 8, 9 games even, I'm also preparing for that thing. Do I want us to win 6 games? No. I'm going to be actually more ticked off than I was at the end of the year. I mean, when the
Kind of like reverse psychology on yourself.
Yes, because
You
every
pick the
year.
absolute worst so they can do the opposite, and you automatically it's a win-win situation.
Well, you like Dudley Do Wrong. Go ahead. Before you go, you like Dudley Do Wrong. Rather be surprised than let down. But go ahead, Todd. I'm sorry.
Every year.
I got a serious question for everybody on here.
What's up?
We all have high expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're not big on, you know what I mean? A lot of us aren't big on getting a veteran running back in. A couple of us are. Would you even contemplate getting rid of a first-round pick next year for something, since it's going to be a borderline second-round pick with our expectations?
For a linebacker?
No, some kind of running game. Gets an offensive lineman on the right side, running back. You know, just throw in something that's going to help out, because that's going to be a glorified second-round pick with our expectations.
Well, if we're doing that, because look, let's face it, they're gonna run it back with Austin Jackson and Leon Eichenberg. The way how things are projecting, things are. I could be wrong, but just by looking at the trends, because that's why I love about crypto. We look at trends, and it's trending that way. So if I had a choice, and I would definitely get Derrick Henry, either Derrick Henry or Cook, a power back.
And, you know, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you overpaid." It's not an overpay if you win a ring.
Well, yeah, one of my favorite sayings from Coming to America is no journey is too great when he finds what he seeks.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So,
and I just look at it as, if it's going to be a glorified second-round pick, you know, at the end of the first round, we have a second-round pick. You know what I mean? Let's throw it all in and go for it.
Yeah. Why throw away the proven lottery ticket versus a scratch off where you can't see how much the value is?
Yeah. Have you guys been receiving random checks in the mail for settlements from your mortgage company?
No.
Yeah, I've gotten like 2 checks in the mail in the last couple of days. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't like $1 million check of 7 figures or nothing like that. But you know,
hold up, you complaining though?
Oh my God,
like
crypto!
that.
Somebody's giving you money. You poor bastard.
I'm just looking for some more commas and zeros at the end of the statement. That's all.
Run and deposit it quick.
I'm like, man, what's going on?
But yeah,
no, I've just been thinking about that lately, man. If you're going to go all in, you know, who needs a glorified second round pick next year if that's what it takes to make it so you can hold that Lombardi up?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, if you're in, you're in. You know, it's like it's just like, for instance, when you're skydiving,
mm-hmm.
and you jump on that plane, there's no do-overs. You jump out that plane, you better hope that fucking parachute works.
That's it. There's no do-over. You mean to tell me I don't get to land and go try it again?
Nope. Once you're out that plane,
there's no do-overs on it. But what if I got 9 lives, Shake?
Well, then, yeah, you got 8 more do-overs. But depending on the height, you might get 4 or 5, but whatever,
Yeah, that's true. You might have to be in a body cast.
I've heard of stories though, where people jump out of an airplane and. By the way, Greg, I'm gonna extend it for a few more minutes. If you want to jet out, go ahead. Give me your final thoughts. I know you had to be out of too.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again. Shake Money.
I'm letting Greg give his final thoughts real quick.
It sucks that
Okay.
I'm studying. Yeah, but we're almost done. I got 4 weeks left of college for a spring semester, and yeah, that's all I got. If you kids are out there in school, you're almost done. Just keep your heads in the game.
Yeah, don't do what he's doing, being on a talk show in the afternoon when he should be studying.
Yeah. But hey, join. He's gonna be here next week. By the way, all right, brother. Be safe, man.
Hey, you take care, man.
Yeah,
Be safe, man.
Next week we're gonna do a deep dive where I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Who was when Chris Greer was in charge? Who was making the draft picks? Was it Greer or was it Tannenbaum? Because everybody knows Tannenbaum was a cap. He was in charge of pro personnel.
I can tell you right now who it was, but
I mean, everybody has. Go ahead. You go ahead. You could tell me.
Proof of who was in charge of bringing in players.
Mm-hmm.
Look at everywhere Tannenbaum's been. Look at how bad the cap went when he left.
Yeah, understandable. But I'm talking about he was in charge of pro personnel and the cap.
He had the ear of the owner.
Yeah, but Chris Greer was in charge of the drafts. It had nothing to do with.
I think Chris Greer was more in charge of the scouting, and Tannenbaum still picked the players.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could have been number. He also defers to Adam Gase. Hey, Adam Gase. Oh, here we go. What's going on, Lewis?
Demon, can y'all hear me better?
What's going on?
Yeah, we hear you a little better, man.
How you doing,
a little better.
What up, man?
Yeah.
Chilling, man.
You
I
had
didn't
any
get on last night to say what's up, but when you were
you
on,
had any that blue parrot yet, or that what's that famous rum? That parrot rum?
No, I haven't had none of that yet. Just
hey, Lewis,
drink
your
it.
opinion. You heard what
Crown
I said?
Royal.
Were you listening to this a little while ago?
Nah, I wasn't listening, Todd.
He never listens to me, so it don't matter.
I want Henry here, right?
Right.
Next year, if our expectations go as we plan, that first round pick is going to be basically a second round pick. Well, it could be at the bottom of the first round. I'm saying throw it all in. If you're going all in, do whatever it takes to get him here.
Well, see, for me, I'm not doing it for King Henry because it's not so much the picks; it's the contract that he wants. See, that's what people are forgetting. It's not about the pick. Yeah, I don't care about the second rounder, but at a 30-year-old running back that, again, he's been used. I mean, let's be honest. Tennessee has ran him. I mean, that's all they had, really.
So what would you say is a contract? Hold on. Let's find a happy medium here. What do you think will be a reasonable contract? Let's say you're the GM and he says, all right, Henry says, what are you willing to give me that's reasonable for someone like with my abilities? What would you say? What would that answer be?
$6.5 million, $7 million tops. Like I'm not.
I was about to say 5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Would you fully guarantee it then?
Yes, I would fully guarantee it if it's 5.
If it's 5, yes. If we're talking about 7 or 8, I'm not fully guaranteeing it.
Here's the situation, though. Lewis brought up a good point. He was all Tennessee had. And they had the number 32 ranked offensive line last year. And he still averaged 4.7 yards a carry, 1,500 yards, and double-digit touchdowns.
That means it was all him.
Yeah.
The defense is locked in. They know who they got to stop. And they still couldn't do it. And that's the thing. In our offense, I think in our offense, we would save him. We'd keep we make his career a little bit longer. You know, you mix him in with Moser. You know, he's not going to be the only focal point. They're not going to be able to put 8 in the box nonstop because you got Tyreek and Waddle downfield over the middle. It would help his career out longer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm just not. I don't understand why everybody's so clear. And this is not a shot at you, Todd. I'm just saying there's so many running backs, good running backs in this draft. I don't see the necessity of bringing in, again, a 30-year-old running back as well. Like, I think offensively, I think we have the firepower. I like the running back room already. I think you add a rookie into that mix. Maybe you lose Gaskins in training camp or before the season starts, and you roll with the rookie and Ahmed, Jeff Wilson Jr., and Mostert. And I think your running room is set.
I understand where you're coming from with that, but with our needs that we still have left, there's not a lot of good options out in the trade market or free agent market right now at offensive line, you know, at tight end. And these are things that you can get in the draft instead of a running back.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like down to. We don't have a lot of picks.
Well, I would like to do is if I had a thing is I'm like, hey, go to Minnesota. Listen, we know Brian Flores is your defensive coordinator. We got his favorite middle linebacker. We'll give you a second round, which is going to be a late third. You give us Dalvin Cook. That I would love. And he's a home Florida guy.
Now here's the problem with Dalvin Cook, even more than is the contract. He still has 3 years left on his deal at high dollars, and that is over $10 million for basically $10 million a year for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And so Dalvin Cook's an even trickier situation because they want a high compensation, and it's a $10 million contract every year. Henry's on his last year of his deal. You actually will save money by restructuring it and adding on some years, and that's why I'm saying that would work out a little bit better.
Well, according to Cartwright, he fumbles too much. But you know what's funny is back in the day when Drake averaged maybe two fumbles a game. The only one major fumble he had was against the Chicago Cubs. Not Chicago Cubs, the Chicago Bears. Same thing.
No. Shake will know this guy. He'll know this guy well. You remember Mr. Fumble in Miami, Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith, no.
Yes, I remember.
Did he play for Florida?
Painfully, I remember him.
Florida State. Oh man!
But he fumbled at the goal line back-to-back games that we would have won.
Hey, how's the weather, Lewis?
So it's a little bit windy out here, real windy. So not bad.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just came up real quick because my wife was getting a massage and stuff. She's draining me out of money already, Shake. Draining me already.
Yeah. Well, good thing my old lady is the breadwinner in our family. I could drain her.
Well, there you go. You're a smart man, Shake.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah, my old lady makes the money in our house, so
okay.
I'm not opposed to that at all.
Oh yeah.
I heard that.
You heard what I said, you're a lucky bastard.
I'm trying to get there, Lucky. I'm trying to get there, Shake.
But we got a nice little suite.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Deck.
Man, they've been having some nice little.
Where you at?
Living room. Just the Bahamas, real quick. But listen, man. I'm too bougie, so I can't get in one of these little small showers and nothing like that. So I had to.
Right. Make sure you had enough room in there, right?
Hey, who's our boy from the Bahamas?
Sharif. Yeah,
I'm not trying to go to sleep, Todd. Stop. I'm trying to.
Come on. Are you telling me you don't want to talk about Cesar Ruiz and Trent Sherfield for the 30,000th time?
No, I
Right.
do not.
It's Caesar Ruiz.
Hey, Lewis. Hey, Lewis.
And Trent
What's
Sherfield.
your room number? I'll send Sharif over to
Yep.
knock on the door.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, guys. What we need to do is go back in a time machine and draft Cesar Ruiz.
It was the other one, Christian Wirfs. Christian
Wirfs. Yeah.
Wirfs. All right,
Yeah,
man, Sharif, we've been pounding that table for a while. I could see us 10, 20 years from now, we all having a reunion, and Sharif is talking about Christian Wirfs.
Hey, you know what's funny was
Christian
Lewis,
Wirfs' kid will be in the league at that time.
Hey, no. We could win the Super Bowl this year, and we could have done this 2 years earlier if Christian Wirfs was here.
yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we already drafted his kid.
No, Lewis, though, you know what's tripped me out? Well, I was doing a preview of today's show on the Fins Tailgate Network. I was saying how Larry K is El Capitan. I'm the I'm color of this network, color commentary, and Greg is the Rabbit Dolphin. And somebody put, you mean the conservative Dolphin?
Greg.
No, because lately they've been calling because Lewis has been positive. They've been calling him the conservative Dolphin.
Oh, right. The conservative Dolphin.
That's awesome.
I haven't seen Larry K in a while.
All right, guys, I gotta get back to work. Y'all have a good one. Stop by and give my love a shake.
Hey, yeah, man.
All right,
thanks,
Todd.
brother. Hey, I'm gonna be on live tonight, so please feel free to stop by, brother.
I'll stop by.
always.
I'll be at the tail end of my work day. You guys will get me through it.
Hey, Todd, I just want
like always.
Todd, I just want conservative Dolphin.
I just want to remind you, Todd. Fuck the Canes.
Well, let's.
Oh my shit!
yeah.
Shake. You
Go ahead,
better.
go ahead.
Hey, I got one question. I got one question. How many championships do the Gators have in football?
3.
Oh man.
How many do the Canes have?
What was that? I'm going through a little dead spot.
The ones they cheated to get 2.
Yeah. Oh
Without
no,
cheating,
no,
2.
no. They had all
Without paying players 2.
No, they had all 5. You can't even go back to that.
Without cheating 2.
How many Hall of Famers do the Gators have?
Hey, you know what? That's funny. You have all those Hall of Famers and only have 2 more championships than we. This is how many more championships we have more than us. 2. Ain't that some shit? We only have 2 players in the Hall of Fame. Y'all got all Hall of Fame players and only got 5 championships to show for it.
Well, hold up. How long have the Gators been around playing football?
It don't matter. We play in the SEC. All right, let me ask you this: how many championships? How many accomplishments have you had since you joined the ACC? I'm waiting.
Well, see, you can't have that argument both ways now.
No. How many championships have you had since the ACC?
Hold up. You want to know something? He's going to sit here and talk, but yet we talk about our undefeated season in the NFL. And that was a long time ago, but we still do that. Listen. No. Listen. The only reason, check this out. The Canes had to be undefeated in a national title because the conference was so weak. If you lost one game, you guys couldn't compete for a national title. Back then, we used to play.
What was like that for most teams? Take money. You couldn't afford to lose a game.
When we were winning championships, we were playing tough schedules. We were independent. We were playing the Notre Dames, the Florida States. We actually played the Gators almost every year back then until the Gators became pussified and dropped us from
the Gators were like, well, we don't play trash teams.
No, y'all were getting your ass lit up.
We don't play trash teams. That's what the Gators did. So
they're supposed to play.
Yeah. You guys were playing in the Big East. The Big East. As long as you were in the Big East, whooping on freaking Temple, you guys were good. But now that you joined the ACC, y'all ain't win nothing. Y'all didn't join. Hey, listen, how many championships do you have in the ACC? Since you joined the how many times have you competed for the ACC championship? I'm waiting.
Shake is hitting.
They punished our soon.
Yo, your basketball team won an ACC championship before the football team did. Come on now.
Okay.
Who was that with? Sean Betty?
Well, then fine. Come
I don't
play
like
us.
the Canes basketball team. I just like the football team.
Dude, you would
I'm
think
a
with all those
Jayhawk
Hall of
fan.
Famers you guys have a bus full of championships.
Damn.
Actually, if you want to think about it, we
I
got
don't like the
cheated out.
basketball team,
Hold up,
Shake.
hold up. Crypto. We got cheated out of an Ohio State championship.
Well, if
On
you
a
would have beat them
basketball.
Yeah, that one
41-14 like the Gators did, you wouldn't have to worry about that pass interference call.
God damn.
I'm
Shake.
sorry, but that you know, that's the
are you
one thing
talking
that gets
about,
me
Shake,
heated
buddy?
is Kane talk. But I have nothing but love for Todd, bro. It's all love.
Yeah, but he has to be a little girl like his football players up there. So
Well, you should know y'all be sitting down. So all right, brother. I'll let you get to work. We'll continue this tonight. All right, brother.
Yep.
All right, man.
And come with some facts. I'm gonna pull up some facts of what we did to you all. So don't worry.
Facts that you made up. Yeah, I got you. All right, brother.
Shake been on this tear.
Good night,
Shake
man. See
been
you,
on
man.
this tear,
You too,
killing
man.
the Canes, man.
Yeah,
Man, we're
no,
gonna
it's
have
all
to
good, man.
we're
It's
gonna
all
have to
love. It's all
indoctrinate
love.
you, Shake Money. We're gonna have to
Shake is
indoctrinate.
killing. He's killing the
Listen.
Canes right now, man.
The next indoctrination classes is on July 7th, Shake Money. Be there, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. We're doing it at night session. 9 p.m.
Yes, he is. He is locked and loaded.
Well, you know what?
Shake Money.
Scott Jackson, I can't argue with there. No wonder Shake has a soft spot for Tua. As a Gator fan, he used the left hand hoop at college as a coach, pumping him up. God damn, man. I'll tell you what.
Scott Jackson.
Scott Jackson, let me tell you something.
Fired.
There's only one type of joke that offends me. One that's not fucking funny. If you're going to say a joke, at least be fucking funny. If you're not going to be funny, that's the only jokes I find offensive. The ones that aren't funny. And that was fucking funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. But no, man.
Oh, man.
No, actually, I don't know what it is. There's 3 teams that get my blood boiling. The Buffalo Bills, the Hurricanes, and the New York Knicks. Don't even get me started on the freaking Knicks.
That means we're gonna have to call Alex and
You want me to get Alex Renee
so
Diaz up here?
you gotta get Alex Renee Diaz is he's not gonna be happy with you, Shake Money. He's gonna be disappointed in your take on
Listen,
this.
I already took my medication this
going
morning.
down
I don't
that
need maybe
You
tomorrow
can't
when
be
I
going
take
down
my
that road.
the doctor told me not to take it 2 times. You know what I'm saying? I can't take this medication more than twice. So if Todd already made me take the first pill, and I think Alex is gonna make me take 3.
Yeah.
Well. The good thing about him, and his Knicks takes. The good thing is that Knicks Big O isn't a Knicks fan, so he's not gonna steal any of his takes.
Right. He's not right. You know it's actually coming from Alex.
Yeah, not from Big O.
It's not coming from Big O. It's coming straight from Alex. Jalen Brunson. Oh man.
Mr. Oakley.
Parking meter police, boy. They think they're the baddest thing on earth, boy. I tell you. Writing bogus parking tickets on people. I tell you, these people, they need to do something more constructive.
They should be ashamed.
So, hey, Lewis, who's the 3 teams what are the teams that make you that agitate you?
The 3 teams?
Or any team, for that matter. It doesn't have to be 3.
The Dolphins. That's the only team I get up in an uproar for. Everybody else I could care less. It's just Miami.
Yeah.
Understood.
Listen, I like the Hurricanes too. I'm a Hurricane fan too, but you know, I'm okay on Saturday if they lose. I'm screwed up till Tuesday, maybe Wednesday if the Dolphins lose. So that's the difference.
Yeah, that lasts a lot longer when the Dolphins lose. The Canes lose, you can get to the next week, you know.
Yeah, what's funny is The Canes. I'm with Lewis. Dolphins give me gray hair. No, but the thing about it is most of my brother-in-law, who to me he's like a real brother. He's married. He's been married to my sister since 1992. He's a diehard Canes fan. Of course, my mom, if she's not a football fan, but she roots everything Miami. So if the Canes are playing, she's rooting for the Canes. My brother, who like most of my family that aren't football, they're Canes fans. If they root, they root from the Miami. I'm kind of like the lone wolf growing up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, then we had Santana Moss. Santana Moss went to the Canes.
Yeah.
He graduated from Carroll City. He went to the fucking Jets out of all the teams. The Jets. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Holy
I was
crap.
throwing in the side of everybody in South Florida to go play for the Jets.
Oh, and
Miami
you
don't
know
want
what?
to draft speedy guys out of the youth.
You know what was a so Jets moment? Check this out. They let Lavernius Coles. All right, Lewis. Thank you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they let Lavernius Coles
Right.
walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year, they traded Santana Moss for Lavernius Coles.
Mm-hmm.
They could have kept his ass.
Right. Could have kept them
And
both.
they would have had them both. A lot of people don't know this,
exactly.
but
They had a pretty
Santana
good
Moss.
game. That was
Moss.
That was after Corbett, right?
Yeah.
That was after Wayne Corbett, right? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
No, Santana Moss went on a track scholarship to the University of Miami. It wasn't a football; it was a track scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him. As a matter of fact, if you watch the Donald show, I said that the only time I went to the Orange Bowl was I misspoke. It was a semifinals to the state championship when it was Northwestern, Teddy Bridgewater School,
Mm-hmm.
versus Carroll City, the school I graduated. I graduated the same year as Santana Moss, by the way, and he played in that game in the Orange Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They lost though.
Right.
But they won. They ended up winning 2 more state titles after that. So,
yeah,
Lewis, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yep. Oh, okay.
So, what you
All
got
right,
planned
Lewis.
for today?
Oh, nothing. This is today my Friday at work, so and then I'm off the
Okay.
next 2 days. I'm going to. Matter of fact, I'm going to the one of the not one of the games, but the Jazz game in New York where they play Brooklyn. It's Sunday, so I'm gonna head up to Brooklyn and go to that game. So that's what's on the agenda.
Yeah, I agree with them there.
What was that? Santana Moss, Edwin James. Yeah, cup stop and start. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Edwin James. That's another one. I don't know what's wrong with the Dolphins and these anti-Miami bias, anti-hurricane bias. They just don't be picking good players from that school.
Yeah.
Especially in standing right in the face when you need a guy from even quarterbacks all the way down to receivers to linemen.
Listen,
staring at them right in the face, and they just overlook them and go right past them.
By the way, when I talk shit about the Canes, that's just me being salty as fuck. But I am not stupid enough. I am not that stupid and that dense to recognize that the University of Miami is one of the most accomplished colleges, universities in the United States. I am not that dense to recognize that the University of Miami has cranked out talent year and year and year. Even on their down seasons, they have produced a lot of great talent. So at the end of the day, man, the University of Miami's downfall is not the players. It's the problem we have. It's front office, man. The recruiting. the game plans and things like that. Like for instance, I brought up last night one of the Butch Davis recruited hell of talent. As a matter of fact, Ed Reed was like a 2-star or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Butch Davis recruited it. Yeah, and look at that, man. Look at that 2000s class, bro.
Yeah,
I don't care.
top
I
to
don't care
bottom.
what nobody says, bro. You
from
could
damn
put that against any Alabama
kicker to
team.
placeholder.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could put that. You could put that team against any Alabama team.
They would have beat them
in the last. Yeah, they would. If I want to say they would have beaten them, but it would have been a good game.
Yeah.
Because one thing about football, all it takes is one bad snap or one bad fumble or one bad play call.
And that other team automatically got the upper hand just because of that one miscue. Because they were so good.
Look at the Sap Reed. Dude, who the
Sap,
dude?
there you go. Nobody's stopping Sap. Who's blocking that guy?
Dude, I guarantee you, Sap, when he was in the NFL, he had quarterbacks up at night before before they played. You know what I'm saying? So people out there, I only talk trash about the Canes because that's just a Gator fan to me. But the realistic fan in me recognizes
well, at least you're
that
not
they're
Florida
great.
State.
Oh,
I can take it from a Gator fan than a Florida State fan. I can't take it from Florida State.
Oh yeah, but
every year, man, it was like a missed field goal every time, each game for like 6 years in a row. It came down to a stupid field goal at the end of the game.
And you know what I noticed the theme though, the common theme is that it's streaks, especially when it comes to the Gators and the Florida State. We either it's like one year you win, 1 year I win. No, it's like 5 years. They get a win. They win 5 years, and then 5 years we win. 5 years they win. 5 years we win. It's like, and it really sucks, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, long streaks. Yeah, 4 or 5 year winning streaks.
Oh yeah, man. Michael Irving was. Are you kidding me? He was one of the best wide receivers out there.
Yep, another good one that should have. It's weird because Jimmy made sure when he was in Dallas, he didn't want to pass. He passed that up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though in Miami, when he's a Canes head coach, he's like, "Wait a minute, hold on. Let's keep some of this talent that I'm used to when I was at the college level. Grab them in the NFL."
Yeah.
What was the last coaching player combination that coached with him in college and played in college like that? That was the last one, was it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, player coach combination at college and in the pros. Yeah, that was it. Had the Jaguars drafted Fields, then it would have been like that with Urban Meyer and Fields.
Justin Fields?
Right. Yeah, it could have been that way again with Myers and Fields at Ohio State, and then again in Jacksonville. But he came out later in the draft. That was the thing.
All right, let me ask you this, Dwayne. All right, let's say hypothetically Dwayne Haskins didn't exist, and Joe Burrow was in Ohio State. Do you think that Joe Burrow would have had the success, or that Dwayne Haskins beating him was the kick in the pants he needed to motivate himself?
You were breaking up, Shake.
I said, do you think that if Dwayne Haskins wasn't a part of Ohio State, do you think Joe Burrow, if he stayed there, he would be the same Joe Burrow, or that him transferring to LSU was the wake up call he needed? Like, I really need to get my shit together. Because there's a lot of players like Chris Carter. I hear he had a wake up moment. He got cut, whatever, and then he went to Minnesota and like, you know what? He had a wake up moment. You know what I mean? Like, this could be gone.
Yeah.
From me.
So yeah. So you're saying Haskins? That's the part he was breaking up on.
Yeah,
Haskins.
wasn't there, and
If he
he was
wasn't
the
there,
quarterback. Yeah, and he was the quarterback for Ohio State. You think he would have had the same success in Ohio State than he did in LSU?
ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, because they did transfer. Yeah, I don't know because what's his name? The guy for was perfect for him as
You
far
and me
as
both, Kings.
his offense. You know, his
Mm-hmm.
offense was perfect for him.
Yeah, he had
The
Jamar
LSU
Chase,
coach.
who's that?
Yeah.
Who's the guy? From Minnesota. That's a fucking beast.
Wait, say that again.
Remember, he had not only did he have Jamar Chase, he also had that guy from Minnesota who's a beast right
Jamar.
now.
Yeah.
Jefferson, right?
Jefferson. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was a hell of a squad, bro. And he had Randy
Yeah.
Moss's son as tight end.
Yeah, I think your connection is it's
Okay,
it's
can you hear me?
funny. My connection or yours, yeah. It was just breaking up. It was choppy every time you're talking to Mike.
Hey, in the chat, am I breaking up? Or let me know, please, in the chat if I'm breaking up. Yes or no?
Yeah, which one of us is breaking up? It could be my audio.
Yeah, it could be because I don't. Am I breaking up? But anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. What are your final thoughts, bro? Oh shit! Hold on. Cat for life. What's going on? Can't forget the homie. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Yeah. They say it's me.
What's up, Cap? Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Clemente.
It's all good.
But anyway, I'm gonna.
I'll catch you tonight.
Call for,
I'll be back on tonight.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, Crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah. No final thoughts?
I know this day gonna go back quick. No. Not at the moment. It just be good. Appreciate you opening it up today. You know,
all right,
coming
that's
on.
what's up, man. I'll
Topping
be here
it
next
up.
week.
Lewis is
like I
out
said, I'm
there
gonna be
having
doing.
freaking. Lewis is out there having pina coladas and.
Oh yeah.
And rum out there on the open seas out there in the Bahamas. You know, I'm a little mad and you know, I wish I was at a nice white sandy beaches and on long cruises.
You ain't the only one. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, brother. I'll see you tonight. And by the way, next week,
all right,
I'm just gonna tease this out. This Thursday on this network, let's keep our fingers crossed. I have TD Fins talk lined up. If TD Fins can't make it for whatever reason, I'm putting Stephen D interview in. All right, if he can't make it, so you either gonna get Stephen D, TD, or Stephen Daniels next week for sure. And then next week we're gonna do a deep dive. Who was doing the drafting? Was it Chris Greer or was it Mike Tannenbaum? So I hope you could come in for that one too, brother. You have a good one, man. I'll see you tonight.
All right,
brother.
Tonight.
No, that was another show, man. I appreciate everybody who was watching and commenting, like Mr. Raphael Cartwright, man. Much appreciated. Scott Jackson, you're good as always. Clemente, 3472. By the way, I love the Tua Kung Fu. Blue does look good on Tua. Canes, Cat for Life. Let's see. Of course, Mr. Miami 305. Mr. Hennessy himself. And I'm sure there's a few people that I missed, but I will be tonight, or WrestleMania is tonight, by the way. I will be on tonight from the Fins Tailgate with DTA. So catch me there. Y'all have a good night. Fins up, baby.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing.